Uh, let's see here. Have y'all seen that thing about the? I know y'all heard about. First off, I like. Okay, so this is a clip basically of for context reasons, which we'll go ahead and look at the context first. These are protesters taking over Columbia University's Hamilton Hall in escalation of anti-war demonstrations, and they're protesting Palestine and Israel. I've seen like University of what's it called? North Carolina Chapel Hill. I forgot what it is, what university it is. I think it is University of North Carolina Chapel Hill. They basically were protesting Israel and Palestine, took down the American flag on campus, and now we're raising the Palestinian flag. And my whole thing is these people are protesting about Israel and Palestine. And I honestly, to keep it a whole buck with you guys, I honestly just don't care about the Israel-Palestine war. I mean, I care because I think innocent lives are being lost on both sides. I honestly think they've been fighting for years. I don't know what could be done to make this, issue any better. But people protesting at these universities and taking control of highways, that's not helping anybody in Israel and Palestine. It's not. There's nobody in Israel and Palestine looking at Americans block the highway or protest on campus that's helping their cause. It's like literally our government. My whole stance is let's not be involved in any foreign activities, whether they're allies or not, until everything is good here at home in the US. But for some reason, they are just obsessed with sending money to foreign countries, to Ukraine, Taiwan, Israel and Palestine, Gaza. Like, I honestly don't get it. But yeah, these were the protesters taking over Columbia University's Hamilton Hall. And Columbia University is a Ivy League school. So like, let's just look at it. We will win. I believe that 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 we will win. I believe. I don't know what they're winning. What did they like? I don't know what they believe they're winning. I guess they're saying they're winning the protest. I don't know. That we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Maybe it's me. I'm not much of an activist for any of this stuff, but like, I wonder what goes through people's heads when they're actually trying to be activists. Like, do they think like, man, this is making me such a good person, I'm standing up for a good cause? Do they feel like they're lonely? They don't have anything in their lives that they want to stand up for, so they think by doing this, it gives them purpose? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know what people think when they're going through it. It blows my mind that people are really out here protesting at these university stuff. When I was at my school, Georgia State University, I did not see any of this because everybody wasn't really on. I mean, there were some people protesting, some people not, but for the most part, it wasn't really like this. Times are so weird. I believe that we will win. 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 I believe that we will win.
This building is liberated in honor.
That's weird. They got somebody sitting up here chanting and they're repeating back. It's almost like a cult, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever you want to call this, the left, the woke, any of these people, it really seems like they're in a cult. And I know a lot of people say that, and a lot of people who are on the right or Republicans or conservative, I know they say it's a cult, but like for real, like they're going to these protests and they're having a leader repeat sayings and they're all repeating it. That's cult-like behavior, because I guarantee most of them don't really know why they're out there. Like I said, they just want to do the next best thing, the next thing to protest. They're activists.
A 6-year-old, Palestinian child,
Y'all hear this?
murdered in Gaza, by the
They're breaking doors, and breaking windows, and breaking doors. is you're tearing up your own university school, bruh. The Hamilton Hall, an escalation of anti-war demonstrations, but like, what is destroying or protesting at Columbia University gonna do? Maybe I'm missing context. So the protesters took over a building. They barricaded the entrances, unfurled a Palestinian flag out of a window, and the latest escalating demonstration against the Israel-Hamas war. So they're protesting, like I said, the Israel-Palestine war, Israel-Hamas. And what is this? This is wild, bro. I honestly, all jokes aside, I don't really understand what this accomplishes. Why cover your face if you believe what you I was just about to say that masks and stuff have really given these people like the green light to be criminals. Everybody's a criminal. Once they said wear a mask for COVID and everybody wants to continue wearing these masks, everybody is a criminal. And you don't know who people are, but like the comments, I mean, they telling the truth. Like, let's see. I have zero trust for people who engage in ignorant chants. Very privileged students in one of the most prestigious schools, the most free country on earth. Protests Muslims going on for decades and never spoke about. Exactly. That, like I said, they've been fighting these type of wars forever. And now that it's like popular to protest and popular to, like, I don't get it. Palestine is almost free. I don't know what's going. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on. But like, look at this. So this reporter grills this Columbia student after she demands the university help feed protesters. I want you to see how brain dead these people are. Like, just look at how confused they are about what they actually stand for and believe.
Why should the university be obligated to provide food to people who've taken over a building?
Well, first of all, we're saying that they're obligated to provide food to students who pay for a meal plan here.
But you mentioned that there was a request that food and water be brought in, unless I misunderstood.
To allow it to be brought in. I mean, well, I guess it's ultimately a question of what kind of community and obligation Columbia feels it has to its students.
So what she's saying here is this is Columbia University still. She wants for the people who are protesting to be allowed to have food brought in.
Do you want students to die of dehydration and starvation or get severely ill, even if they disagree with you? If the answer is no, then you should allow basic...
Okay, so the Israel-Hamas, Israel-Palestine war is happening. People came to the campus. They're protesting, right? So they're protesting at the campus. And now this girl is basically saying, hey, we want Columbia University to allow them to eat and receive food and water, and we need you guys to feed them. It's like, bro, if you need food and water while you're protesting, just leave the protest. Like, you went outside, locked in arms, you're chanting like you're in a cult, and you're out there protesting. You don't have to be there. Like, I'm not really understanding. I don't get it. Let's see.
I mean, it's crazy to say because we're on an Ivy League campus, but this is like basic humanitarian aid we're asking for. Like, could people please have a glass of water?
But
let me see something. What?
They did put themselves in that very deliberately in that situation and in that position. So it seems like you're sort of saying, we want to be revolutionaries, we want to take over this building. Now would you please bring us food and water? And
Nobody's asking them to bring anything. We're asking them to not violently stop us from bringing in basic humanitarian aid.
They're stopping the delivery of food.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is she saying? She's like, I want to protest, and I want to be able to receive food and water to the people that are protesting, but I don't want Columbia University to stop them from allowing us to bring in food and water. But it's like, y'all are protesting on campus. Y'all are destroying the campus. Y'all are breaking into the doors and windows on the place. why would they stop y'all from bringing in food? And the reporter's like, are they stopping y'all? Like, listen.
Not violently stop us from bringing in
That's
basic
what they're
humanitarian
doing.
aid.
They're stopping the delivery of food.
We are looking for a commitment from them that they will not stop it
But
violently.
they haven't stopped it yet.
I don't know to what extent it has been attempted.
Like that, see, that doesn't make sense. She's literally saying here, first off, she's calling this humanitarian aid. Okay, that's dumb. Then she's like, I don't want Columbia University to violently stop us from bringing in food and water. And it's like, Columbia University hasn't been violent yet. You guys have been the ones violent on campus. Then on top of that, the reporter's like, so they've stopped you guys from bringing in food and water? And she's like, I want a commitment from them that they won't stop us. And they're like, okay, but have they been stopping deliveries of food and water? And she's like, I don't know. Like, does that make sense?
We're looking for a commitment.
What are y'all looking for a commitment on? I'm not really understanding, bro. I'm not really understanding. It seems like you're saying once a year, yep. And then, of course, Twitter has context. Her claims are misleading. Per Columbia, campus dining is open. So you can always go to the campus dining to just go get food and water. Like, literally, they're standing there holding arms and holding hands. They could literally just say, hey, guys, I'm going to take a break real quick and go get me some food and water. I'll be back. Columbia's not stopping them from doing that. These are Columbia University kids doing this. And then number 2, it says humanitarian aid is for saving lives in the most dire situations, violent conflict, natural disasters. The students can leave if they want. That's what I'm saying. You guys decided to be on campus protesting, and now y'all like, we need food and water to protest? Read more. Columbia PhD student accuses school administrators of wanting students to die of dehydration and starvation occupied campus building. No one is making you guys occupy the campus building. If you're dying of dehydration and starvation, then you know what? I'm sorry to say, but Charles Darwin, he was ahead of his time, because natural selection is eating these people alive. They don't know why they're out there. They're protesting about something way across, a war that's happening way across, but they won't talk about the war that's happening at the border. Like, I don't understand like what their point is here. Let's see what else the comments say. The next leader meeting. Next time, let's take over the food court area. No one eats under communism. They need to get used to it. I think we need to consider the possibility that our most selective elite universities aren't. If you're hungry or thirsty, leave the building you're occupying and go to the cafeteria, restaurant, or the supermarket. Kids their age in Israel are already serving their country. I would never send my child to a university. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I don't know what's happening to the universities. I really don't. I don't know what's happening to most of these people's brains. They don't know why they're protesting. They don't know what's actually happening. They're literally just choosing the next best thing. I guarantee these were the same people. This girl right here was probably one of the same girls who was protesting the Ukraine-Russia war, calling Russian bad, this da-da-da-da-da. She put a Ukrainian flag in her bio. She probably protests climate change. These people will protest anything and everything that comes. Whatever the next thing is to protest, they will do. They will do. I don't get it. I really don't, bro. I really don't. I'm like, what is the point of universities nowadays? They're all woke. The people, I don't even know what type of education these people are getting. They're shutting down classes. They're canceling classes. I personally just don't get it. I really don't. But hey, man, maybe you guys understand what she's talking about. Like, we protesting. Y'all need to come feed us, bring us water, or don't be violent towards us feeding everybody. It's like the university's dining hall's open. You guys decided to occupy a building, that little hall. What is it called? The Hillman Hall or the Hamilton Hall. You guys decided to do the Hamilton Hall, but it's like, what purpose? What purpose does this actually serve, bro? What purpose does this serve? Like, no, can't stop laughing. Humanitarian aid. Can they get food and water anytime by leaving the building they are illegally occupying? Let's see here. Let's see what humanitarian aid is. is material and logistical assistance, usually in the short term, to people in need. Among the people in need are homeless, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, wars, and famines. There is no natural disaster, war, or famine happening right now in the U.S. Maybe the border, but not you protesting Israel and Palestine. The primary objective of humanitarian aid is to save lives, alleviate suffering, and maintain human dignity. They are doing none of this. They're doing none of this. These people are here on their own volition. They're not doing any of this. I'm not understanding, bro. I'm not understanding what these people want. I don't. But hey, this is all pretty crazy to me, so it is what it is. I don't understand. I really don't.